one, try to give a just highlight it according to your manner. How you can highlight it, either you can use highlighter, either you can use in a different color pen in your note and highlight it, that word. Because in exam point of view, that is important. Okay. Let's come to the today's class. So today's class is our 19th class of Hatha Yoga Pradipika. So let's, I'm sharing my screen. Please confirm whether it is visible or not.
Yes, ma'am, it's visible.
Thank you. So today we are going to discuss about different types of pranayam practice and Kumbhaka basics also. The Kumbhaka first, Swatmaram is discussing about the Kumbhaka practices. Then he is discussing about the pranayams one by one. Okay, the pranayam and Kumbhakas are giving the same name. So before going to the same, please tell me, we are already discussed in the Yog Bees. What is the name in Yog Bees, that is pranayam or Kumbhak? In Yog Bees, the pranayams are discussed as Kumbhak or pranayam.
Kumbhak.
What is the name?
Kumbhak.
Yes, I want answer from all. Please put your, if you are unable to give me the answer by unmuting, you can put your answer in the message box. Okay. Yes. Many of you are, yes. So, Samam, what is the name? That is Kumbhak or Pranayam?
Kumbhak, ma'am.
Kumbhak. Yes, Ankita ji, that is Kumbhak or Pranayam?
Ma'am, Kumbhak. Kumbhak.
Kumbhak. Yes, all of you, you both are correct. That is, define the Kumbhak. How many Kumbhakas are defined there? What are the names? Can anyone remember?
Bayak and Antara.
Bahya and Anta? No. That is your two types of Kumbhaks are defined. One is Sahita Kumbhak. Another one is, now you remember, another one is Keval Kumbhak.
Keval Kumbhak, correct.
Sahita Kumbhak and Keval Kumbhak. So again, Sahita Kumbhak is defined how many types? No one remembers. Then how, what is the purpose that I am giving more effort on this, all the topics what we completed? We are creating the questions also. After that also you forgot. Sahita Kumbhak is also 4 types they are defined. Okay. So what are the 4 types are defined in Yogvis? Can anyone remember? No. Yes, Sukanya ma'am. Ma'am, your voice is not audible. I don't know what happened. You just put the message, ma'am, if possible. Yes. Surya Veda, correct. Ujjayi, correct. More two. Titli, yes, yes. Bhastri. Okay, that is known as Bhastri there. Bhastrika is not mentioned in the sloka. So there, Gorakshanath is telling Bhastrika as the Bhastri. So there are 4 Sahita Kumbhaks are defined. That is the Surya Veda, Ujjayi, Sitli and Bhastri. Okay, these are the 4. But here Hatha Yoga Pradipika, in Hatha Pradipika, how many Kumbhakas are defined? Let's check. Okay, this is called as the comparative study. If you are not understood and not remember the previous one, then how can you know what is the differentiate between the other text and this text? So we are in 44 sloka and 44 verse. So there is the discussion about the Kumbhaka. So atha kumbhaka vedaha. Okay, now Swatmaram is talking about the different types of kumbhakas. So here also he first defined as kumbhaka or breath retention. But there kumbhaka is also defined as the Sahita and the Keval. But here he is defined the Atha Kumbhaka Veda, that is the Surya Vedam, Surya Vedanam, Ujjayi, शीतकारी शीतली तथा भस्त्रिका भ्रामरी मूर्छा प्लाविनी त्य अष्टकुंभकाः. Okay, so what are the kumbhakas are described here? Atha kumbhakas, kumbhaka vedaha. The Surya Veda, first one is the Surya Vedanam. What is that? That will be discussed. We are going, whenever we are going to the next sloka, then we will discuss about. You have to remember the names. First is considered as the Surya Veda. Second one is Ujjayi. Third one is Sitakari. You have to remember the sequence also. And fourth one is your Sitali. And the fifth one is Vastrika. Sixth one is Vramari. And seventh Murcha. Eight is Plavini. So these are the 8 kumbhakas are described in Hatha Pradipika. Okay. If you remember in the Ujjayi, Suryaveda is also there. And Ujjayi is also there in Yogbis. And Sitli is also there. And Vastri is also there. That is, their name is Vastri. They are defined. These 4 are present. But more 4 is present in Hatha Pradipika extra. That is the Sitakari, Brahmari, Murcha, and Plavini. These 4 are the more extra one. So if you understand, if you remember in this way, then it will be more easy to remember.
Sheetli is there, Sheetka is not there.
That I am telling. Sitakari is not there. This is the extra one. I said Sicily is also there in the Yogvis. Ujjayi is also there. Surya Veda is also there. And Vastri is also there. But I am telling Sitakari is not present. It is new in this Hatha Pradipika. And Brahmari is also new. Murcha is also new. And Plavini is also new. These 4 are the new. So if you remember these other 4, then it will be easily remember for Yogvis also and for Hatha Pradipika also, if you remember like this. Okay. So here, all of you remember the sequence. First will become as the Surya Vedanam. Then next will become as the Ujjayi. Then next will become as the Sitakari. Then Sitili. Okay, Sitakari will become first. Then only come as the Sitili. Then Vastrika. Then Brahmari. Then Murcha. Then Plavini. This is the sequence of the Kumbhakas. So after telling about the 8 kumbhakas, then he is discussing that Purakante tu kartavyo bandho jalandhara vidaha kumbhakante rechakadau kartavyastu idabhyang idadu idanayaka anaka. Okay, would means udyan, sorry. Kartavyastu udyan. So here it is Sandhi Vicheda, if you will perform the Kartavya sta udyan, udyanaka. Okay, so Purakante to Kartavya. Purakante means Purak. You have to apply first Purakante. Purakante means you have to apply the Purak. So Purak you have to inhale. And Purakante means you have to, whenever you are inhale, Kartavya means like inhalation must be performed, or you have to inhale in a proper way. Then only you have to apply bandha. Which bandha here it is prescribed? That is the Jalandhar bandha. You have to apply the Jalandhar bandha. Then Kumbhakante means then you have to retention means your end of the retention whenever you are applying, holding the your breath. After that, before you releasing your rechak, means before you releasing the breath or before you doing the exhalation, you should apply the Udyan Bandh. This is the procedure is said by the Swatmanam. Then how you need to do the practice? Here he is given the common practice to do the all type of pranayama. Okay. First he said that you have to inhale. You have to apply the Purak. Then you have to apply the Jalandhar Bandh. So Jalandhar Bandh will be applied in which area? Yes, anyone?
Throat area.
Jalandhar Bandh, throat area. Okay, so whenever you are applying the Purak, whenever you are inhaling, after that you will need to apply the Jalandhar Bandh. Okay, and you have to hold your breath. Kumbhakanta means your all retention will be going on. After that, whenever you are exhaling, but exhaling before you have to apply the Udyana Bandh. Where it is applied, Udyana Bandh will be applied in which area? Yes,
Abdomen.
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 Okay, you are in the abdomen area, you have to apply Udyan. So like in this way, you have to do the practice of others pranayama. Okay, so first you have to inhale, then you have to hold the breath, then you have to apply the Jalandhar Bandh, then before releasing the exhalation means first apply the Jalandhar Bandh, then apply the Udyan Bandh, then release your breath. So that is said in the this sloka. Why it is said, that is also described in the next slokas. Why he is telling that first you apply Udyan Bandh, then you have to apply Jalandhar Bandh. Why it is needed? It is also discussed. Okay. So in the next sloka, here it is. Adhastat Kunchanam Kunchaneina Ashu Kantha Sankochane Krute Madhya Paschimat Anena Tyakt Prano Brahmanadigaha. Okay. Adhastat means below at the bottom area, Kunchanam. Kunchanam means it will be contracting the area. Which area contracting? Because whenever you are applying the Udyanvan, your perineum area should be contracting. So that area, where is you are able to apply the bandhas, in which Udyan bandha you are applied, you Jalandhar bandha you applied. So whenever you are applied the Jalandhar bandha, that area should be you need to contract. Means whenever you are going to down, that will be contraction will be there. Same way, whenever you are applying the Udyan bandha, the perineum area you need to contract. Kantho sankarchane means it is also applied in the throat area, this squeezing the throat. Karte means by performing this contracting in the perineum area and this contraction in the throat area, Paschimatane syat pranaha brahmanadiga means whenever you are applying this and you are just doing this contraction. So here it is the contraction is talking about the, here it is talking about the contraction about the perineum. That means it is again talking about the another bandha, because in the Udyan we are just applying the bandha in the stomach, means abdomen area. But whenever the Kunchanam is said, that is applying that is talking about which bandha? Yes. Whenever we are contracting our perineum area, that is talking about which bandha?
Udyan bandha.
Moola bandha. That
Bandha.
is talking about the Moola bandha. Okay. That means he said that three bandhas you need to apply. Directly he mentioned in this sloka, you have to apply Jalandhar and Udyan. Again he is telling that you have to apply the Akunchana. Akunchana means that the contraction of the perineum area. And you have to squeezing your throat so that the prana will be flow in the proper nadi, that is called as the Brahma nadi. So, or that is called as your Susumna nadi is also called as your Brahma nadi. So whenever prana will be flow in that Susumna nadi, what happens? Means like in this way, you can flow your prana in the Susumna nadi if you are applying both three Udyan and your Jalandhar bandha and your Mool bandha. So what happens? All of you understood this two sloka? what he said that first you have to apply, inhale the breath, then you have to apply the Jalandhar Bandh, then you have to apply the Udyana Bandh, then you have to apply the, which one? That is the Moola Bandh, then you have to exhale. And this contraction will be whenever you are holding the breath at that time. Then only you are able to flow your prana in the Susumna Nadi. And mostly how it will be flow in the Susumna Nadi? Now, when we are just keeping a lock in the your Jalandhar area, means in your throat area, and we are applying the contraction in the Moola Bandha, and we are again just giving the contraction or applying the Udyana Bandha. So there is the three lock in the body. So what happens? The Apana Vayu, which is present in the perineum area, and the heart region, what is the Prana Vayu is present. They both are getting means opposite direction. Sorry. They both are moving in the opposite direction, because Apana Vayu, how it will be flow? What is the direction of the Apana Vayu? Yes? It is downward or upward direction?
Downward.
Downward direction. But whenever we are applying the Moola Bandha, what happens? That Apana Vayu cannot move to the downward direction. So, we are giving a force to that area, so that Apana will be just compulsorily it is involved, and it will be go in the upward direction. In the same way, same thing will be happen in our kantha, in our throat region, what is present in the prana. That is also we are prana. What is the direction of prana vayu? It is in which direction? Upward or downward? Upward direction. So what happens when the apana vayu will become flow will be, we are changing whenever we are applying the Moola Bandha. So it will be go in the upward direction. And in the prana vayu, whenever we are locking the Jalandhar Bandh, so that prana which is flowing to the upward direction, that also they are not getting enough space, so that it will be not going in the upward direction. So it is bound to go in the downward direction. That means forcefully whenever we are applying the bandha, so both sorry, just one second.
Drink some water.
Yeah. Okay. So that means we are just trying to flow our prana in the opposite direction. Means apana, it is always moving to the downward direction, and the prana, which is going in the upward direction, by applying the bandha, the Moola Bandha, and mostly the Jalandhar Bandha, then we are flowing that prana will be flow in the downward direction, and apana will in the upward direction. And lastly, whenever we are applying the Udyana Bandha, it will be reached there, and it will, what happens in that area, it will be create a vibration or create the flow of energy which is required for the opening of the Susumna Nadi, which is the required to open up our Kundalini Shakti. So that will be happening changes will be happening in our body. That is discussed in this. Okay, so let's read out. Apanam urdham utthapya pranam kantha dado nayet yogi jaravimuktah Sodasabda Vaya Bhavet. Okay, what do you mean by that? Apana urdham means apana vayu will be flow in the upward direction. That is the urdhva means upward direction. And that will be flow in that way only. Then prana, which is flow in the downward direction, that will be because of the throat contour we are applying, so that it will be flow in the downward direction. Okay. And whenever this will be happen, this direction of the vayu will be changed. What happened? The yogi, the practitioner, the sadhak becomes free from Jara abhimuktaha. Jara means what? The old age. That person becomes free from the old age. Means the person never becomes older. Or his age, what is the, like if he is in 60, if he is practicing pranayam in this way, in this method, by inhaling and by using these three bandhas, here it is discussed that Soda Sabda. Okay, Soda Sabda means that person will be looks like a 16 years age or 16 years young. Okay, if a person having 60 years, if he is practicing the kumbhakas like this, then that person become converted as a 16 years age young. It is very, very important that it is how many years that person will be converted, the age, it is 16 years. I hope all of you understood what do you mean by this. Yes or
Yes.
no?
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
So that means when the apana and prana vayu will be flow in the proper direction, so automatically some changes will be occurs in our body, so that that person becomes free from that the jara, that is the old age, and he becomes feel or becomes the young. How the young man will be look like, the appearance, the blood circulation, the bodily movement, the means how the young person is become disease free. In the same way that person will be looks like, and that becomes converted as a 16 years aged. Okay. So after that, he is discussing about the one by one pranayam. But before that, all of you need to remember how he is given the prescribed format of the kumbhakas. That he said, you have to inhale fast and hold the breath. Then you apply the three bandhas. Then you exhale. Okay, in this way you have to do all the practices. So first he is discussing Surya Veda Pranayam. So what is written about the Surya Veda Pranayam? Na atha Surya Vedanam. Okay, asane sukhade yogi badhva chova. Okay, badhva cha eva asanam tataha. Okay, asane sukhade yogi badhva cha eva आसनं ततः दक्षिण दक्षिणाड्यां नाडयां संकृष्य बहिस्थं पवनं शनैः. Okay. So Atha Surya Vedana means now, so Atmanam is talking about the Surya Vedana Kriya or Surya Vedana Kumbhaka or Surya Veda means pranayam. So what you need to do now, asane yogi, sukhedi yogi, asane sukhedi yogi means there is no discussion about the which asana you need to perform first. But here directly he is given asana sukheda yogi means whenever which asana is proper for you and in which posture it is comfortable for you for the yogi, that asana should be accepted by the yogi. Okay, that answer in that asana, the yogi should be seated. But have you remember in yogis which asana is prescribed? One need to perform to do the pranayam. Yes, anyone? No one remember? Which asana is
Vajrasana.
very good? That is Vajrasana. Okay, but actual the posture is like the Siddhasana, but the name is Vajrasana. As we discuss in the chapter 1 also, that the other names of Siddhasana is Vajrasana is also there, one of them. Okay, so Vajrasana you need to perform in yoga, then you have to do the pranayama. But here, Swatmanam did not define any asana. He only said which one is comfortable for you or which is very easy for the yogi. He is seated for a long time. That should be adopted by the yogi, and badhva cha eva asana. By having the sitting in this posture, very what one need to do, that Dakshina Nadi. Dakshina means right nostril. One should inhale through the right nostril, that is the Samkrishya. Samkrishya means you have to inhale or you have to pulling the air or breath towards the in the right nostril, and then Vahistam means external, or the you have to uh, breathe out very slowly. Okay, but here is not mentioned that. Let me check. Yes, in the next it is mentioned that you have to do in the left nostril. But here it is directly said that you have to take breathe in through the right nostril or inhale the air through the right nostril, which is present in the external. Very slowly you have to take breathe in. Okay, then what is next? Akase. Ake saath anankagrata च निरोध अवधि के कुंभयेत् ततः शनैः शाव्यनाडया रेचयत् पवनं शनैः. Means in this sloka he is said that you have to inhale through the right nostril. Then in next sloka he is talking about, he said that you have to akasat anga anakhagrata. Anakhagrata means akasat means what? From the head to your tip of the nail, means still to the your feet. Tip of the nail means it is the which is present in the feet area. Till that much you have to expand the inhalation. Means the breath you should take as much as you can, so that it will be spread out. All the breath, all the prana shakti, all the air should be filled up from your head region to your toe region. Okay. Then Nirodha Agati, then you have to apply the Nirodha Kumbhaya. Then you have to hold your breath and you have to retain your breath. Tataha, after that Sanehi, Sabya Nadayan. Okay, then you have to, Sabya means that is the left nostril. Whenever you are taking inhale through the right nostril, make sure whenever you are taking the inhalation, that prana should be spread out that much as you can from your head region to the feet region or your till the nail. Then you have to exhale through the left nostril. Sabya nadya means you have to rechayat. Rechayat means you have to exhale from the pavanam means that is the breath. Sanei means very slowly you have to breathe out. Inhale very slowly, exhale very slowly, but you have make sure whenever you are inhaling that is they have given a proper measurement that you have to inhale as much as you can. Your body should be concealed. So that should be from head to your tip of the nail. That you have to remember mostly. Okay. And slowly you have to exhale through the left nostril. So what happens then if we are doing the Surya Veda pranayam? कपाल शोधनम वात दोष अघनम कृमि दोष हृतम पुनः पुनरिदं कार्यं सूर्य भेदनम उत्तमम. Okay, that means kapala sodhanam. Whenever you are performing the Surya Veda pranayam, the benefit is what is given. Now, kapala means your skull area or any head-related problems. What is the sinusitis problem? That we also discuss in the neti. So that is also said that kapala sodhanam. That means cleansure of the skull, and what are the any sinusoid-related problems that also becomes cured. And Vata dosha means the air-related any problem, imbalance in the body. Can anyone give me one example, which is the disease which is occurs due to air imbalance in our body? Anyone? Example?
Rheumatoid arthritis.
Very good. Arthritis problem. Okay. Or that maybe stomach related, maybe different problems will be occurred due to Vata dosha. Okay. So that also becomes removed if you are performing Surya Veda Pranayama. Then again, he is just said that third is Krimi Dosa. Krimi Dosa, this is the worm, or it is the, you can say this is the one type of problem, it will be occurs in the, if you say different, who are small babies, they're having this problem many times. If they are taking, because they are just infected from the, means they are touching to the floor, they are touching to the any soil. Whenever they are keeping it, all the fingers they are using everywhere, and they're keeping it in the mouth, so that there is some krimi will be there, or some worms will be comes out. Okay, so that is called as the krimi dose. Mostly due to infected food, or maybe excessive intake of the sugar, or maybe yes, these two are the main reason to having this creamy dosa. All of you understood what is that creamy dosa? It is found in babies only, mostly, and also we are seeing elders also affected by this. This is a ore which is created in the stomach, so automatically it will become out. Okay, so that's also removed whenever one will be do the Surya Veda Pranayama. Okay, and punaha idam karyam Surya Vedanam Uttamam. Who is performing the Surya Veda Pranayama for them or for the sadhak? Okay. So this is the benefit is discussed in the 50th sloka. That first benefit, what is discussed in about the Surya Veda Pranayama? Yes. Please, can you tell me what is the first?
Purifies the skull.
Yes, cleansing the skull, or it is the Kapala Sodhana. Second one, yes, just yes, it will be balance your Vata dosha or air related problems. Yes, third one,
Krimi dosha.
creamy dosha. Okay, so these are the three things that discuss about the Surya Veda Pranayama. Next is discussing about the Ujjayi Pranayama, which is the psychic breath. So most important. Okay, anyone having any idea about the Ujjayi Pranayama, how we need to do Ujjayi Pranayama?
It is also called as breath of victory. So we inhale and exhale through the nose only, but we feel the air passing through the throat.
Yes. That means, so yes, EST, you want to say something about this? Okay. So what are we have the knowledge about the Ujjayi, that is the true, that we are taking the breath from the both nostril. It is also discussed about this, the same. But you have to remember what are the other things are discussing about the Ujjayi here. They are giving more importance to the Ujjayi. Okay. So Swatranam is telling Mukham atho Ujjayi. So Mukham Sanyamim. Okay, Mukham Sanyamam Nadibhyam. Nadibhyam Akshre. Pavanam Shanehi. Yatha Lagati Kanthastu Hridayavadhi Sansanam. Okay, Sasvanam. Sanswavanam. Okay, what do you mean by that? Atha Ujjayi means now he is discussing about the Ujjayi breath. Mukham. Mukham means that is the mouth. Sanyam means by keeping close your mouth or by controlling your over the mouth. Nadibhyam. Nadibhyam means your both the nostril. It is talking about the both nostril. That is the left and right. So both nostril. Akshreya. Akshreya means you have to inhale through your both the nostril. What you need to inhale? That is the pavanam. That the air, which is the breath is present. That you have to take inhalation. Sanehi means very slowly you have to inhale from the both the nostril. Yatha, such that way, so that Lagati means touches to the kantha, from the throat to your hridaya, up to hridaya, that should be make a sound. Okay, let me understood properly. First, you have to control over your mouth. Then you have to inhale properly through the both the nostril or nadi. Nostril means your left and right, or nadi means ida and pingla. So that breath will be taken breath in, and it will be creating a sound. That sound should be produced from your heart to your throat region, and that sound is called as the sonorous sound, or you can say that this is a like a streaming sound. It will be occurs, or hissing sound. It is here. It is written, but that is if you remember that the Ujjayi breath is also known as streaming breath. Streaming means what? Means what is the sound will be occurs in the sea area. In the same way, the sounds will become in your from your here. It is given the parts that from which area it will be produced the sound from heart to your throat. This is a heart region to throat region, that is the creating a sound, and that produced sound is like a hissing sound, or that is like a streaming sound. Okay. So whenever you are inhaling, so how you will be exhale? Now here, Purvavata Kumbhake Kumbhakeyat Pranam Rechayat Ida Tatha. Okay, means how the before we are discussing about the Kumbhaka practice. Purvavat. Purvavat means before we are discussing, before we Surya Veda Pranayam also we discuss the Kumbhaka, how you need to apply the Kumbhaka. The same way you have to do the practice here. Means he is talking about what? Can anyone tell me which Kumbhaka practice he is discussing here? Yes?
Ujjayi. Ujjayi one.
No. Ujjayi, now we are discussing the pranayam, but he is telling that Purvavat Kumbhaka. Kumbhaka means where we discuss the Kumbhaka.
Surya.
So before Surya Veda, we are discussing na Kumbhaka practice. You have to apply Udyan Bandh, Moola Bandh, and your Jalandhar Bandh. That we discussed first na Kumbhaka practice.
Yes, yes.
All of you forgot or what? Now here we discuss na Kumbhaka practice, how you need to take. First you have to apply Jalandhar Bandh, then Udyan, then your Moola Bandh. So in this way, you have to do the practice of Ujjayi Pranayam. Purvavat Kumbhakat Pranan means how we have discussed the method of Kumbhaka. In the same way, you have to first hold the breath, apply the three bandhas, then only you have to Rechayat Idaya Tatha, means you have to Rechayat means you have to exhale from the Ida. Ida means you from the left nostril. Means fast, what is here? It is discussed fast. You have to inhale through the right nostril. Sorry. First, it is said that you have to take the inhalation from the both nostril. Okay. Whenever you are taking from the both nostril inhalation, then you have to make a sound that automatically that sounds will be occur from the your heart to the throat region. A hissing sound will be comes out. Then you have to apply all the kumbhakas and the your bandhas. Then you have to Rechayat Idaya Tatha, means then you have to exhale through the Ida only. But in Surya Veda Pranayam, in which nostril you are taking breath in? In Surya Veda,
Right nostril.
inhaling through the right nostril, but exhaling through the
Left nostril.
left nostril. But in Ujjayi, inhalation will be
To both the nostrils.
both the nostril, and exhale through the
Left nostril.
left nostril. Very good. So we are exhaling through the only Ida, means left nostril. Then what happens? What is the benefit of this practice whenever you are practicing the Ujjayi Pranayam? Now Shreshma and Dosha Haram. Shleshma dosha haram means what is the Shleshma means what? What is that? That is the kapha related dosa. Shleshma is also known as kapha. So what are the mucus related or the phlegm related problems? So that will be cured or that will be removed. And here it is, he said that Shleshama dosha haran kanthe. Kanthe means what are the mucus related problems will be there in the throat area particularly. So that becomes cure, that becomes removed. And Deha Anala Vivardhanam. Anala means Deha Anala Vivardhanam means the bodily fire will be or digestive fire will be open up or increases whenever you are performing the Ujjayi breath. So please note out there are two benefits are discussed in this sloka of the Ujjayi pranayam. First is you becomes remove, it will be remove all type of Shleshma dosha which is present in the throat region. And Shleshma just highlighted that is the kapha. And second is what Deha and elements, it will be increases our bodily fire, mean digestive fire, which is called as the Jatragni. Okay. So so this all will be removed, increases and removed through the Ujjayi pranayam. Again, again he is discussing here Nadi Jalodara, Jala Udara, Nadi Jala Udara, that is another benefit is here it is discussed. Nadi Jala Udara, Dhatu Gata Dosha Vinasanam, Gachata Tishtata Karyam, Ujjaya Akhyam Tu Kumbhakam. Okay. So Nadi Jala Udara means what is the any blockages is there in the nadis due to jala udara. Jala udara means excessive water in the body. Whenever udara means particularly in the abdomen area, udara it is related, but we also seen that in the leg portion also someone's having swelling in the leg. If you see in the feet, that is also called filaria. Uh, in the whenever the swelling will be occurs in the feet, and also when that is also called dropsy. Okay, it is the example also I written here. And whenever your abdomen becomes more water, that will also swell. So that is also that is called as the ascites. So this related disease will be occurs. What is the disease are there due to the jala means due to water that becomes removed or that becomes can be avoided whenever you are practicing the Ujjayi. Okay. And what happens? Adhatu gata dosa. Adhatu gata dosa means what are the dhatu related problems? Means what are the sapta dhatus are present in our body. Due to that, if any imbalances will be created because of that, that also also the vinasanam, that also destroyed. Okay, suppose because of any blood circulation, maybe dhatu is blood is means any problem is there, and maybe because of maybe any bone related problem is there, maybe any muscles problem is there. Okay, maybe the saptadhatu. What are the saptadhatus are there? That any problem related to the saptadhatu, that also becomes cure here. That this is a new word you may got because every time we are just going with the in digestion or kapha and vata, this dosas. But here there's two new disease will be here. It is written. You have to remember. First is water related problem. What will be happen in our body like ascites and dropsy, and which is related to the any dhatu that also become vinashanam. Okay. Gachata tishtata. Gachata means one who is walking. Gachata means one gacha is a gam dhatu of gachata. So it is the Sanskrit word gam from gachata. So who means in which time one need to do this practice. These are the benefits also discussed. And again, he is telling here in which time one need to do this Ujjayi Kumbhaka practice. Whenever one is walking, Whenever one is sitting or standing, tishtata means whenever one is still in any place, just standing there or sitting there, or karyam, whatever the practice one will be, any type of work whenever is performing, that time also one need to do the Ujjay Akhyam Kumbhakam. That time also one can do this practice. So it is prescribed by the Swami Swatmaram that any time one can do the Ujjayi practice. And it is also said in the APMB book, if you follow, if you send, there also he mentioned, and in different yogic texts also defined that Ujjayi is the one breath which can be performed at any time. Okay, by sitting, by walking, by doing any work also, you can perform the Ujjayi breath. Okay, so these are the four things are discussed about the benefits. One is Sleshma Doshaharam, and second one is the bodily file will be increased. Third one is Jala Udara, that is the any water related problem will be destroyed, and the dhatu related problem also become destroyed if one will be practicing the Ujjayi breath. The next one is the Sitakari pranayam, hissing breath. The Atha Sitakari Sitkang Kuryat Tatha Bhaktrighane Neva Vijrubhikam. Okay. एवं अभ्यास योगेन कामदेव द्वितीयकः. Okay, Sitkang means Atha Sitakari means, so now he is discussing about the Sitakari pranayam. Sitakam means whenever you are making a sound of hissing sound, that is called as the Sitakam. Okay, that and Kuryat means whenever you are performing a sound, Tatha Bhaktre means here it is mean the mouth. Okay, and Granena means grana is another term of the nose, because we are just smelling through the nose. The smell is the Sanskrit word is grana. So whenever we are taking breathe in, hissing sound through the by here the hissing means the sitkam. You have to understood the hissing sound will be comes out whenever you are closing your mouth. Okay, sorry. Open your mouth but close your teeth. That is the particular sense he is trying to say, but no more discussion in the, if you seen in the sloka, there is no discussion about the teeth position. He has only said that sitkam means the hissing sound also comes out whenever your mouth will be open. That in that sense it is written. So whenever mouth will be open directly, you cannot make the sound of hissing. So you have to close your teeth like this in the image. Okay, you have to close your teeth and you have to open your mouth. Then you create a sound of hissing sound whenever you are taking breath in. Okay, but you have granena eva means you have to breathe out through the nose. And whenever evam abhyasa yogena kamadevah dipti dvityakaha. What do you mean by that? If one will be practice the Sitakari pranayam, that a person becomes converted like a Kamadeva. Kamadeva means what? Who is Kamadeva? The god of desire. Okay, which is the full of symbol of beauty and attraction. Means that type of glow, that type of attraction, that type of beautiness will becomes in your body or comes in your face, so that you can be attracted by the others, or you may attract to the others. Okay, that is the second version of the Kamadeva. Here it is Dityakaha. Dityakaha means like Kamadeva, how Kamadeva's appearance is there, you becomes the sadhak will be converted at the second one or second Kamadeva whenever he is practicing the Sitakari. This is very, very important according to the exam point of view. By which practice one will become converted like a Kamadeva. Okay, which practice?
Shitkari pranam. By doing Shitkari pranam.
Yes, by doing sitkari. So how you need to do the sitkari? Now by opening your mouth and by close your teeth, you have to inhale through the mouth only and exhale through the nose only. So that is the procedure to perform the sitkari. Again, he said about the benefits that Yogini Chakra Samanya Srushti Samhara Karakaha न क्षुधा न तृष्णा न निद्रा नैवालस्य प्रजायते. Okay, Yogini Chakra Samanya. What do you mean by that? So here little bit you can understand in this two way. Here what is the description is given here. That is also correct. And somehow many Kathakarak is telling that Yogini Chakra Samanya means what? Here according to this translation, that what is the yogini element, the female energy which is present in our body or in the sadhak, that becomes in power. That will be more, it will be eliminate that energy. But different Kathakarak is also said that here yogini chakra samanya means what? Means you become attract many women. Females are attracted towards you. That type of capacity have that Sitkari pranayama. Okay, so you have to remember both the things. So means because if we link to the previous sloka, here it is discussed that Kamadeva, you becomes converted as the Kamadeva. So what is the purpose of the Kamadeva, and when the god becomes like a very attractive way, so automatically all the women are just attracted by that person. So here it is said that in the same way that Yogini Chakra Samanya means, so all the women or all the females are becomes attracted to that person. Okay, in that way also it is defined. But if we follow the Bihar school of yoga, there he Mukti Buddhananda is describing about that the energy which is present in our body, the female energy, that becomes more illuminate or more, it will be increases. Okay. Srushti Sahara Karaka. Srushti Sahara Karaka means Srushti. The word Sahara means the creation. That person is able, that capable to create the world. And that is the Sahara means that can be creation and the destroy. Both can be performed by that person who is performing Sitakari. That much powerful that person having. And again, he is telling that na khyuda na trishna. That person don't have the khyuda. Khyuda means hungerness will be also absent. And na trishna, the thirsty also avoided. Na nidra, nidra is also avoided. And na alashyam, laziness or letharginess is also avoided. Whenever one will be practicing the Sitakari. All of you understood? First, he is telling that what is the method and what is the benefit. Not that sadhak who is practicing Sitakari, he becomes converted as the Kamdev, and means that much beauty and attraction that person has, and he can attract all the women and the females by his beauty, and all he becomes capable of the creation as well as the destruction, and hunger is also absent, thirstiness is also absent for that person, sleep also absent, and the laziness is also absent in that person. It means that person is having control over it. Okay, hunger and thirsty and sleep. No means what? Not means that cannot be take any food. No, it is not like that. And that person is not taking any sleep. No, it is not like that. It is he is just trying to say he becomes control over his hunger. He becomes control over his thirstiness. He is able to control over his sleepiness, and also there is the absence of laziness on that person who is performing Which kriya? Which pranayam?
Shitkari.
Sitkari. Yes. Can you tell me one by one what are the benefits are discussed till now about the Sitkari? Yes. What is the benefit? First benefit is
First one is the doshas related to the kapha imbalance is removed.
I'm asking about the Sitkari.
Okay.
By constant
First
practice,
one is
flow like
Kamadeva.
Yes, Surviji, you just tell me what.
First one is Kamadeva. He becomes like a second version of God of desire. That is a
Hmm.
symbol of beauty and attraction.
Hmm. Next.
Second one is, and he is honored by the circle of yoginis
Hmm.
and becomes controller of creation and dissolution.
Hmm.
Third one, and that is powerfully spiritual and potent. And fourth one is does not get any hunger, thirst, sleep, or even laziness.
Yes, very good. So I hope all of you noted it out properly. So after that, when again he is telling about the same. Bhavet sattvam cha dehasya sarva upadrava vivarjitah anena vidhina satyam yogindro bhumi mandale. Okay, again more benefits is discussing here. Bhavet sattvam means here the sattva bhava will be increases in the body. Sattva means what are the positivity, the clarity. So that type of things. We already discussed the what is the sattva, tamas and rajas. So here it is said that sattva bhava will be increases in the that person who are practicing the sita, who is practicing the your sitakari. So that person is having sattva bhava will be increases. Cha dehasya means in the it will be increases in the body. Then sarva upadrava vivarjitah. That means what? Sarva upadrava means what are the disturbance will be there or what are the disorders are there in the body that becomes free, that becomes destroyed. Okay. And sarva anena vidhina satyam. Anena vidhina means by following these techniques, satyam the yogi indraha bhumi mandale. The Lord of yogis who are the present or who are the practitioner that becomes converted as the Lord of yogi in this world. Okay, means that becomes converted as supreme yogi who is practicing the Sitkari pranayama. All of you understood? The other, what are the benefits are said here? That person having the sattva quality will be improved and sarva upadrava bhajyate means he is free from the any type of disorders and that person will be converted as a supreme yogi in this world. That's all about the Sitkari pranayama. Next one is Sitali pranayam, the cooling of the breath. So Sitkari and Sitali. So what you need to do here for the Sitali, Sitkari, you have to close your the teeth and open your mouth. But Sitali is the little bit, you have to modify it. What? Here is the placement of the Jiva. Jiva Vayuma Krushya Purvavat Kumbhaka Sadhanam Sanakei Ghrana Randra Bhaya Rechayat Pavanam Sudhihi. Okay, Atha Sitali means now he is discussing about the Sitali pranayam. Jiva means your tongue. You through your tongue, you have to breathe. Aksharya means drawing in, means inhale through the jiva. You have to use your tongue. How you are using? Like this. If you see in this picture, you have to fold your tongue like this and inhale through your tongue. Then he is Puryat means before and how Purvavat Kumbhaka Sadhana means what are the Kumbhakas are described in the previous time or in the before, what are the Kumbhaka practices are discussed. You have to retain your breath, you have to hold your breath according to that way. Then Sanehi. Sanehi means slowly. Sanehi you have to do. That is the slowly. Ghana Randhra Vayam means through the nostril, you have to rechayet Pavanam Sudhi. Means procedure is discussing here. You have to inhale through your tongue. What is the folded in the mouth area? Then you have to apply the kumbhakas. What are the given in the previous slokas, the kumbhaka kriya, and you have to hold the breath in that way. Then you have to breathe out through the exhale through the nostril. Okay, but in the Sitkari, what you need to do? What is the procedure in the Sitkari pranayam? Yes, anyone please?
Open mouth, teeth should be closed. Hissing sound should be created while inhaling.
Yes, yes, you have to do a hissing sound in the teeth area and exhale through the nose. But here in Sicily, what you will need to do? What is the procedure? Yes, anyone please tell me the procedure of Sicily?
Here we inhale through the mouth with the tongue rolled and apply the kumbhaka and exhale through the nostrils.
Very good. So you are just holding our tongue, but there is, if you seen in the sloka, there is no folding things is defined. But if we refer to the different text, so that text is defined that you have to perform the Sicily like this. Okay, you have to fold your tongue and inhale through the tongue and exhale through your nostril. In this way, you need to do the Sicily Kriya. Then what is the benefit if you are performing the Sicily Pranayam? Now, Gulma, Pliha, Adikani. Gulma Roga, Pliha Roga. What is that? That is also we discuss in the Dhoti Kriya also. Kriya, whenever we are studying the Sat Kriyas, that is also discussed. Gulma Roga means any abdominal related problems. Any stomach related problems, that is called as the Gulma Roga. Pliha means spleen disorders. Okay. That all Roganam, Adikanams like this way. What are the diseases are there? Rogan, Jarang, Pitan. Jarang means fever. If you are having Jaram means fever. Pitan means excessive bile, excessive pita or pita those who are having. Okay. And Hyuda Trishna. Hyuda Trishna, Vishani means poison is also means any, what are the toxins or impurities we can say that. Krishna. Vishani Sitili Nama, Kumbhakayam, Nihimti. Nihantihi. Okay, Nihantihi means that will be destroyed one if you will be perform the Sitili Pranayam. So what are the benefits is said here? Now Kumbhaka, if you want to be apply the Sitili Pranayam and follow the Kumbhaka of the Sitili, that becomes cure from the any type of Gulma Roga that will be any related to the stomach, and from the Pliha Roga that is the disorder of the related to the spleen, and other related disease that is the Anekanam, Adikanam. Sorry, Adikan means that related any other disease also becomes cure, and Jwara means fever, and if you are having that excessive bile or excessive pita also is there, and any means hunger, if you are feeling more hunger, so due to that you are taking more food, that also can be controlled. If you are feeling more thirsty, that also can be controlled. And what are the any toxins are there in your body, that also Vishani also, or you are if you are taking any poisons also, means what are the foods type. If you are taking that as a poison food also, that becomes can be control or that can be converted or that can be digested when one will be applying the Sicily pranayama. Okay, so these are the benefits are discussed about the Sicily pranayama. So all of you getting my points? What are the things we discussed? Yes, please. Please confirm me.
Yes, ma'am.
Or it is more for today. We will stop here or we will continue. Just three come, more 4 are there. Yes, please tell me quickly.
We can do.
We'll stop here.
Yes, yes, ma'am.
Yes. What?
Yes, ma'am. We'll stop.
We'll stop. Okay. So I want from everyone from tomorrow that all of you need to tell me the technique of the pranayam, what we discussed, and the benefits. Okay, whom I asked, he or she need to tell me immediately. And don't tell me tomorrow that, ma'am, we did not read out or we are not did our notes. And yesterday, why you are joining very late? You joined very late at 7:30. You joined. Yesterday, are you there?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. Classes will be started at 7 o'clock.
7.
You never seen
I
the timing
thought
till now.
7:50.
No, we are already at 7 o'clock from this